Ever wonder why some TV shows stick with you long after the credits roll? With its 15 seasons and devoted fan base, is a prime example. But 15 years is a long time, enough for every plot point, every character choice to be scrutinized and debated. Uh, While many celebrate the show's highs, there are some surprisingly valid criticisms that fans often avoid. Let's explore some unpopular opinions about that might just resonate with you. But uh, the show's longevity is a double-edged sword, and passionate fans defend even the most controversial decisions. But beneath the surface, valid critiques exist. It's time to acknowledge that even beloved shows aren't perfect. Let's start with the heart of the show, the monster of the week episodes. It's easy to get caught up in the grand arcs involving Lucifer, God, and cosmic wars. But remember what made special. It was the hunting, and episodes like Wendigo and Bloody Mary felt like mini horror films, focusing on personal stakes rather than world-ending threats. The smaller stories were often more impactful and fun. Um, uh, and then there's Castiel. Introduced as a powerful angel, he quickly became a fan favorite. But did his role extend too long? While his journey was compelling, the show always centered on the Winchester brothers. Castiel's power sometimes diminished their agency, solving problems they once tackled themselves. It shifted the dynamic, making it less about Sam and Dean's struggles and more about an angel fixing everything. Surprisingly, many argue the later seasons of were actually quite good. After Eric Kripke's departure, some fans felt the show lost its way, but expecting a 15-year-old series to remain unchanged is unrealistic. The show evolved, leaning into meta humor and fan expectations, celebrating its fandom rather than abandoning its roots. It wasn't a decline, it was a transformation. Sometimes the villains were more compelling than the heroes. Sam and Dean, as the emotional anchors, needed consistency. Villains, however, had more freedom to evolve. Crowley's transformation from a crossroads demon to the king of hell, or Rowena's journey from self-serving witch to tragic anti-hero were captivating. Their arcs were as thoughtfully crafted as those of the protagonists. Was the ending perfect? Um, Maybe not for everyone. But concluded at the right time. After 15 seasons, the show reached a natural conclusion. The creators understood that pleasing everyone was impossible, and they chose to end the story on their own terms, giving the characters the closure they deserved. The prequel, didn't quite hit the mark with fans. While the idea of exploring John and Mary Winchester's early days was appealing, the show struggled to gain traction. It had potential but low ratings, and changes at the CW led to its cancellation. Uh, a strong spinoff it was not. Dean's death, a simple vampire hunt, felt underwhelming to some, but it was fitting. Astid always emphasized the danger of hunting. Any hunt could be your last. The Dean dying in a classic hunt, doing what he loved, was a poignant end to his story. And finally, the finale, while divisive, was as good as it could have been. After 15 years, there was no perfect ending. The creators faced an impossible task, and they delivered a conclusion that honored the characters and the legacy of the show. It wasn't about grand spectacle, it was about closure. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.